Hi guys! Welcome to week 7 of my pregnancy. I know that I say this every week, but I think it makes sense to say this every week. That every week that goes by, I feel so much better. The relief starts setting in. Like every day that I'm pregnant, it feels really encouraging to me. I've just gotten to the point where I'm starting to feel excited about the pregnancy. The first couple weeks, it's like it just took a while to hit me because I didn't really want to get attached to something that I might lose. And since I've never done this before and the rates of miscarriage are so much higher if you have diabetes, I didn't want to get my hopes up or something, but I'm really starting to get excited now, and I feel like I want to start telling people that I'm pregnant. So, symptoms this week. First, for just your regular pregnancy symptoms not related to diabetes, I overall have been feeling really good this week. I mean, I definitely feel pregnant, but you hear all sorts of horror stories about nausea and just vomiting all day and not being able to function, just because you feel like you have the flu and you feel so sick. And I'm so grateful that I don't feel that way. Now, I will say that this week I have had increased nausea, but again, it's totally manageable. I just sort of feel icky, and it's not all day. It comes and goes. I sort of get waves of nausea. I definitely feel it first thing in the morning, and then again at night before I go to bed. So like an hour before I go to bed, I feel sort of just sick and I want to lie down and close my eyes. But that's totally manageable in my opinion, because I'm not, with my head in the toilet puking all day long, and I'm really, really grateful for that. About that, I did want to mention one thing that could be contributing to my lack of nausea. This is the prenatal vitamin that I take. It's the Garden of Life Raw Prenatal Vitamin Code. And I started taking this prenatal vitamin back in August, so several months even before we started trying. And I love this vitamin. I don't know if you guys will know what I mean, but in the past, most multivitamins, they make your pee really green, right? Because when you take a vitamin, some of that comes out in your urine. This one doesn't do that at all. I felt like from the very beginning that my body just really absorbs the stuff in this vitamin since it's food-based, and I can't see any evidence of losing anything in my urine. So I feel like my body's really loved this raw food-based vitamin. And then the other thing is I'm taking the same company, Garden of Life. It's raw, food-based. It's a B complex. And the reason I started taking this is because it's got 10 milligrams of vitamin B6. This one has 2 milligrams of vitamin B6. And B6 helps with nausea. That's something that they'll even prescribe you if you're having morning sickness. Along with the B6, this one's got a prenatal digestive comfort blend. It's got ginger and then a couple of probiotic type things to help with digestion. And so I just wonder, I can't say for sure, but I wonder if the supplements that I'm taking have been helping with my nausea. Besides that, besides just a little bit of nausea, I definitely have breast tenderness, but that too, it seems to come and go. It's definitely worse when I wear a bra. So if I'm out all day wearing a bra, when I take off my bra at the end of the night, it just feels like sore. And if I don't wear a bra, like on the weekend or something, then I don't really have that. And then the other time it hurts is when I sleep. So I usually wake up at like 3 in the morning to go pee and check my blood sugar. And when I wake up at 3, I'm always really conscious of the breast tenderness. And I don't know if it's because I'm sleeping on my stomach or there's too much pressure there, I'm not sure, but it's that discomfort is definitely there and increasing. And then finally, the last pregnancy symptom is tiredness. I do feel really, really tired. That being said, today feels good, and yesterday I had a little bit more energy, but for the most part, I feel like I could sleep all day. I wake up in the morning barely and eat breakfast, and then I feel like, I don't, but I feel like I could go right back to sleep and then sleep all day. And that sounds wonderful to me, to just be able to sleep all day. It's like there's no amount of sleep that's too much. So onto the diabetes side of things. So overall, like what I've been saying the last couple weeks, my blood sugars have been fairly easy to manage, and it's been easier than before I was pregnant to keep my blood sugars below 100. So pretty safe pregnancy levels. That being said, this week I had a couple of scary high blood sugars. And, you know, that's just the reality of having diabetes. You can do everything right on paper, but then there's just certain variables that you can't control. So the other night, my husband and I went out for dinner, which we don't do very often, and it was special, it was a date, and we went to this restaurant because there's a meal that I get there. It's a salad with a piece of salmon, and the reason we went there is because I know exactly how to give myself insulin for it. That's the only dish that I get at that restaurant, and every single time I get it, I give myself the exact amount of insulin, wait the same amount of time between the shot and eating, and my blood sugar's fine. So I thought, okay, it's a safe bet to get that dish, and I know that my blood sugar won't get high because I know exactly how to give myself insulin for this. So that happened, and, you know, I was shocked that about an hour and a half after eating this salad, my blood sugar was 180. And I was so bummed because it's, you know, like that's, if you have type 1 diabetes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can do everything right, but then how the heck does that happen? It's like, it's out of nowhere. So, okay, I tried not to freak out too much because high blood sugars happen, and I bolused fast-acting insulin to bring my number back down. Within an hour, it was back down. I gave myself Humalog, which is a rapid-acting insulin, and it's fine. And from everything I've read, I think that that's okay. They say outlying numbers like that, just a couple outliers, it's not going to determine the fate of your pregnancy. It's really the average of your blood sugars that matters, your A1C. So hopefully that's okay, but it's not the only time it happened. Another time this week, post meal, same meal that I've had before, and my body reacted fine to it. This time I ate at home. My blood sugar was 150. Like, what the heck? And okay, again, it's not 250, so it could be a lot worse. I responded to it quickly and corrected, and you know, the whole point is check your blood sugar often, especially after you eat, so that you can catch those highs if they happen and respond as quickly as possible. So those two things happened this week, and I honestly, I'm not too concerned about it, but in the moment it was frustrating. Let me know if any of you have had things like this happen during your pregnancy. Maybe people who've had successful pregnancies with high blood sugars like that. That would be good to know if it's going to be okay. So besides that, I don't really have much else to say this week. I have an appointment next week with a nurse at the OBGYN clinic, the new clinic that I set an appointment with in my hometown, not the high-risk clinic. I have that appointment is just to go through my history and sort of talk about general pregnancy things. I'll update you on that if there's anything interesting from that appointment, but I still don't have my appointment with the OBGYN until the end of March, so there's still some time before I get there. So for now, that's all I wanted to update you guys on. I hope you have a great day, have a great week, and I will see you next week for my 8-week update. Bye!